Step right up, everyone. The Mike Wilson Show is here. 100-foot rope swings, 60-foot rope swings to base jumps. Mike Wilson's the man. Just look at the footage, really. I mean, I can't pitch Mike Wilson. Mike Wilson pitches himself.
Hey, my name's Mike Wilson. I live in Squaw Valley in Lake Tahoe, California.
Wilson. He's totally crazy, but in the best of ways.
Mike Wilson. What a blast to film with Mike Wilson. Oh, and one thing you should know about Mike Wilson is nobody is more stoked about Mike Wilson than Mike Wilson.
I was born and raised in southern Vermont near ski area Stratton and Mount Snow. I started skiing when I was 2. I really had no intention of being a pro skier. You know, I signed the first contract on my 11th birthday with my dad. And he was like, you know what this means? This means you're going to be a pro skier. You may not go to school, you may not work a normal job. Your lifestyle could really change. And I kind of was like, shut up, Dad, sign the contract. You know how much candy I can buy with that? I want to get paid to ski. By the time I was 13, I had 13 sponsors. I was traveling around the world. I'm not having as much fun skiing as I used to. I'm not enjoying it. I don't love it. And if I don't love it, I need to figure out what I do love and pursue that.
What do you think about what your son's doing?
Oh, it's a great show. It's always a great show.
A lot of people know me as a pro skier, but there's a lot of people around here who know me as a rope swinger.
Mike is extremely calculated about everything he does and really just trying to push himself.
He knows exactly what he wants to do. He's calculated.
One of the cool things about working with Mike is watching him get in the zone and figure out how to do something. You'll watch him just kind of like start to hone in. It's just nuts how he looks at things. If I hold on to the apex of the swing, what's my trajectory gonna be over this 30-foot wide pond? My surface tension on freshwater versus saltwater. Mike's got one thing or another racing through his head.
The first rope swing I built into the Truckee River. There's one spot I scouted out and I swam it a few times to see how deep the water was. Double checked that it was in fact gonna work.
Looking at it, pretty blown away by how high up we were. Who the hell is gonna do that?
It sits about 15 to 20 feet away from the water. I put a cable from 2 smaller trees, attached it to both of them, and then pulled it across to a taller tree. I put 360 pounds of pressure against that with a cable tensioner. So when I'm swinging out, the trees pull in. As I'm passing the fulcrum point directly below the cable, the trees start to pull out and it creates more height instead of distance. We had like a 15-foot by 15-foot hole that I had to hit every single time.
Next thing I knew, he bombed in and did a double backflip. Mike's got to be one of the most unique, talented action sports athletes in the world. He's the only kid who would build a 60-foot rope swing, do 3 backflips, and not be happy, and instead need to build a 100-foot one and do 4. Why not, right? This thing should come with a parachute. Constantly wondering if I'm about to watch somebody die, or if it's gonna be one of the coolest days of my life.
A lot of people laugh at me when they say that I did out the math and calculated how to build a rope swing.
He is just fired up. He starts to tell you about the specifics of it. Mike, are you sure that's even possible? That sounds like video game maneuvers. Sure enough, you show up and there's the cable going across from rock to rock over a 100-foot drop into Lake Tahoe. He's at the top with a big smile on his face. The stuff that Mike does, very high consequence. There aren't a lot of other people that can do things on his level. Am I scared when I'm out there with Mike and he's standing on the top of this rope swing? Yeah.
There have been a few other kids who got hurt on it. None of them have hit it properly. A couple of other kids have broken legs on it. One kid got paralyzed. You know, and it sucks because it's pretty hard to mess it up if you know how to hit it. But at the same time, it's a big rope swing and it's something that people didn't really understand. I went out of town last summer to go to Moab to go base jumping, and I came home and the rope swing had been cut down. I'm assuming the police had it taken down after the kid got paralyzed while I was gone. Wouldn't be surprised if that thing was hanging again in a couple weeks. I was jumping off the tram cables and making some illegal base jumps. I got a phone call from Jimmy King, the mountain manager at Squaw. He said, Mike, we need to talk about some stuff, because right now, you're never allowed back on Squaw property.